Hola, hola, hola. Welcome back. Okay, so we're going to continue about the history of makeup, which is what we're talking about this week because I was kind of interested in when makeup began and who invented it. And I was just curious about all that, especially since I'm so passionate and it's something that I love. I really wanted to look into it. So while we're discussing that, I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow using my favorite peach palette because it's such a natural look. So I'm going to be using the peach palette for my eyeshadow. So actually, makeup goes back to the time of it. Well, first the use of cosmetic is traced back to the ancient Egyptians. So it turns out that many of the tombs of the ancient Egyptians, they found makeup canisters and makeup kits. Did they know something we didn't know? I don't know. So you know that the Egyptians, when they were buried with treasures and things of their personal belongings, things that they thought that they needed for the afterlife, because they believed that they would go to an afterlife. So they would be buried with these belongings, so they would have them when they would start the next life. So obviously, some of them were buried with their makeup kits. So maybe they were beauty influences back then. I think so. Obviously. So anyway, the makeup actually goes back to Cleopatra. Cleopatra actually, she used to use coal for her liner and to extend her eyeliner. So she used black coal. And if you look at the tombs from the Egyptians, you see that like Cleopatra and Nefertiti, they all have the liner, and that was used by using coal. Now the other thing that I found in doing the research that Cleopatra used was for her eye, for the powdering of her eyelids, she would crush malachite, which is a carbonated material, and she would crush that so she can get the color green for her eyes. But not only that, she also used, are you sitting down? I hope you're sitting down for this one. She would crush bugs, so she can use the blood of the bugs for her lips, to color her lips. Yeah. Can you imagine that? Like, was that a job description? Like, when they hired you to work for Cleopatra, like, the job description is like, you must go out every morning and collect bugs and crush them for Cleopatra, for her lips or something? Or, I don't know, did they just come in the morning and tell her, good morning, Your Majesty, and what do you need from us today? And did she say, like, go out and collect some bugs and crush them for me? I feel like having red lips today. I don't know. I'm just trying to imagine, like, how did that go? How did that work? Just curious. But also, and Cleopatra was actually 69 BC, before Christ. So that was way, 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 way back. And they were already using coal for liner, and they were using bugs for lipstick. The color of the bugs, the red. They were using that. Also, back then, about 5,000 years ago, in doing my research, men and women were crushing gemstones for their lips and their eyes. So to create color on the lips and the eyes, they would crush gemstones, like really, really crush them, and then put them on. I don't know how they would put them on, because I'm assuming if you crush gemstones, it's the texture is kind of different. So I don't know what they use to keep it on there. I don't know if they used to wet it and put it on, or use some type of liquid to keep it on. I don't know, but they did use crushed gemstones for eyes and lips, and this was like 5,000 years ago. So this has been stemming from a long time, the use of makeup. Obviously, this is something that people enjoyed since back then. I mean, studies actually show, from what I've seen, from what I've read, and studies that have shown that in actuality, men could care less about what your eyebrows look like. They could actually care less about the foundation that you're wearing. Studies have shown that men actually like it when women are more actually natural. They don't wear so much makeup. They like the natural look. I think we do it more. It's not for them. It's not to impress anyone. It's just something that we like. For me personally, I just like makeup. I like the look that it gives me. It makes me feel pretty, and I just like using it. But in actuality, studies show that men could care less what your eyebrows look like, the shape of your eyebrows, and whether you get them waxed or whether you get them threaded, if they're filled in or not. You know, they're not gonna go up to be like, I noticed that you don't thread your eyebrows. That's a turn off. Like, that's not something that really happens. Said no man ever. So I think it's more for us. This is something that has been since back in time, and people like that. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. We're gonna continue. Bye.